Hello, buddy. All right, welcome to the mic stand. Apex just went to get his coffee real quick. He'll be right back, but let's just kind of go over the chat real quick. Friendly reminder to everybody, of course, if you haven't already, you guys can help out by liking and sharing the stream. See if we can get some more friendly people to engage. That'd be appreciated. Also, if anything here grabs your attention, feel free to comment and or ask questions. We'll try to answer the questions to the best of our ability. So, of course, before we get started, we're going to give, once he gets back here, we'll give Apex a chance to promote his stuff. Hopefully, everybody had a good Christmas holiday. You enjoyed time with your family, had a good meal. And then, hey there, Metal. You go there. So, anyways, so we'll be back to the full schedule this week. We have shows scheduled from today through Friday. Of course, just to let it looks like Apex is back. I'll get to the other news of the show. Kind of the. So I was just telling you there, Apex.
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I noticed you weren't speaking, so I wasn't sure if it was that your mic was off or you just weren't speaking.
I was
Hey,
walking
Matt,
to my coffee in the next room.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Mike. Happy holidays, and hope you and Apex and chat enjoyed the holidays.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, McToll. Schedule my shows. Yes,
Yeah.
scheduling's important.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got to scheduling this week's shows for
It's
my channel
Sunni.
here late
Yeah.
last. Like I was doing it like early this morning, like
Ooh.
2 o'clock this morning. Normally I
Ah,
try to do it on
I,
Saturday during the day,
I
but
do
I
a
was
lot
just
of that.
kind of like, but sometimes when you have holidays like that, and you're sitting there and you're like, just kind of like,
It splits the days.
especially when you take like an extended break, like I did this week. I know when
Yeah.
I dropped into your show last night, we were
Mhm.
talking about how I pretty much do go just about every day. But this week, of course, I just went up to Wednesday and just took Thursday and Friday off, much like I do with Thanksgiving. So,
Right. Yeah.
but sometimes you're dragging yourself on. I had to do some other stuff too. But anyways, so enough at least with the chat for the moment here. Um, I'm going to hand it off to Apex for a moment to give him a chance to,
Mhm.
of course, promote any projects you're doing, promote your channel, any shows coming up. I think the shtick
Mhm.
right there, Apex.
Yeah. Yeah. Fembat Volume 1 still on. Available on fundmycomic.com. Check it out. The link will be here real quick. Yes, 56 pulse pounding pages of horror, superhero excitement, intrigue, horror, terror, comedy, all in one book. You'll love it. Tell your friends, tell your mom and dad, tell your uncles, tell your neighbors. Wake up the kids and get Fembat Volume 1 on Fun My Comic, and I'll put the link in. Give me a moment. Uh,
And I'll highlight that as soon as you pop that up.
uh, oh. And I'm taking down some original art pages, so you better jump on it quick while they're still on sale. I will take those down next week.
Hmm.
Yes. Snatch them while you can. All right. I think I have it. Yeah, here we go. Dang, there's a link right there.
There it is. So
Here.
there's the link, guys. You want to go check that out?
Mm.
There's the link. I'll leave that up for everybody to see. Of course, this basically goes for both my actually, in fact, um, let me see here. See if I can copy this if possible. Okay, no, I guess I can't. Let's see. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to okay, let me see if I can copy it from here then. No, let me see. No. Oh, there we go.
Oh, wrong one. Oh, that's the old one.
The thing I'm doing right now, Apex. I'm taking the link from there from from the
The
YouTube
chat.
stream. I can share it on Rumble.
Yeah, share it. Ooh, share it. Yeah.
So this is Fembat Volume 1.
Yeah, I got some fan art on there too. We're reaching toward the goal of 2,500. If we reach it, everyone who backs this book will receive a free 11x17 Fembat art collage poster. All the fan art on there look really special.
I do think I do when I share links like this, like particularly when I'm doing the indie comic showcase stuff.
Your
Uh,
Raven Crow. Yeah.
yeah, I set it up a little different there. I put I put it all in caps and then
Yeah.
so
It's good.
that's for the Rumble crowd. So
Yeah.
if you guys want to go check that out, there's a link for it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
all right. So anyways, anything else you want to promote? Because I know you just recently started up doing your Apex After Dark show again.
I had to because I had these 1 or 2 episodes for the year. I haven't been doing it in like quite some time, so I thought I'd sneak in one show before the year's over. And
Yeah.
that was last night. Catch it on the
Yeah.
replay.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Oh,
Yeah, it seems, and I don't know if it's just because of the holidays or what, but I know that you haven't been doing that show in a while, and
yeah,
it also seems like the little co-venture you do with Hex and Rex.
right.
Um,
Do it
you
every
know,
month. Yeah.
yeah, that seems to be slowing down a bit. Would appear, it
Well,
seems
we're
like
trying to find more time to get some really good guests on. It takes a little time to see if they can confirm what day they're available and all this. It takes some planning. So, yeah, I thought every other week was a bit much for all of us. I think I didn't mind every other week, but the other two, I don't blame them because they have some schedules on their own that they do. They have to
well,
keep up
yeah,
their
and I know Rex and I know I'll be running into this problem
yeah,
when we
yeah,
get to like late May there, when he starts
yeah,
getting there. But at least now I have 5 people with Sabrina as well. So even
right,
if Rex has to, take those 4 months off to
hmm
do his thing,
yeah,
um, then still have 4 people. That's why it's sometimes good to have 5 to 7 people when I'm doing this and rotating
yeah.
you guys around.
You
That
got
way.
to do it.
Yeah. So, um, but anyways, so with that then, as we enter 2026. I'm gonna let me go ahead and just give a little show update on the mic stand. Just
Mm,
as we of course are preparing to enter the
yeah,
new year here. Um, on the let's see, I am thinking about inviting some of my well, if you're available, if people are available, I
hmm
might invite some of you guys for New Year's Eve to do a New Year's Eve panel show. Just kind of
that's
look back
nice.
over the year.
Sure.
I'm gonna need 6 months off just to cause trouble. Oh boy.
Yeah, man, I hear you, Metal. I understand that. Yeah.
Hello, YouTubians.
YouTubians. Are we aliens now, Mike? YouTubians. Wow. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm in a 1958 sci-fi movie just now. When
Let's see.
Splash Page Comics, I know that guy. He's local.
All right.
Yes.
All
I
right.
know.
So anyways, yeah, so anyways, as we do enter 2026, so aside from that, um of course, as you guys know, I do the this day in each history segments every day, you know, looking back on, the histories of comics, cartoons, manga, pro wrestling, all that. So,
Mm,
of course, starting on January 1st, I'll be going back to the very beginning, but basically, so the start points for 2026 will be as follows. For the comics, will be 1936.
ooh,
For
boy.
wrestling, yeah,
Yeah.
90 years ago. That would be the start,
Oh,
meaning
cool.
that, like, so 36, 46, 51, 56, they're on, basically,
90 years.
90, 80, 75, 70. You kind of get where I'm going with that.
Wow. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
1951 will be the start point for pro wrestling part.
Okay.
Um, for the cartoons or animation, 1926, 100 years ago,
Sure.
will be the starting point. And then 1966 will be the starting point for anime. So,
Oh, yeah,
uh,
man.
so just to give you guys a heads up on that. So, anyways, let's now talk about what we're going to be reading tonight, and we'll be getting into that in just a moment here. And again, one last friendly reminder before I do that. If you guys haven't already, if you guys can help out by liking and sharing the stream, see if we can get some more friendly people to engage, that'd be appreciated. Also, if anything here
Yeah.
grabs your attention, feel free to comment and or ask questions, and I'll try to answer the questions to the best of my ability. With that being said, let's now let me tell you what's on top for tonight. So we're going to be looking through comics that went on sale from Fox Feature Syndicate, um, including, of course, the milestone issue of number 10 from Fantastic Comics. The features that we'll be looking at will include Samson, um, Green Mask,
Oh,
um,
yeah.
Voodoo Man, and Patio Day.
Patio Day.
All right. So now, with
Irish.
all that being said, let me go ahead and pull up the material so we can get started.
Hoo-ah.
All right. And I'll get the book. I'll get the specific book up in a moment here, of course.
Disable app lock.
I've learned I don't really need to do that. All I have to do is just hit, okay, I understand, and it usually won't
Mm.
like bug me about it again. So, all right. So the first feature we're gonna do is the Samson feature from Fantastic Comics number 10. Rex, did you want to be Samson in this story, or did you want to do the narrator?
I'm Apex, and yes, I'll be Samson. You call me
Oh,
Rex.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know why. Sorry about
Damn it,
that.
Mike. I'm not
Even
Rex.
I can get a little. Well, this what happens when you do like 6 nights a week sometimes,
Yeah.
especially when you're a commentator YouTuber like I am. When you're
Yeah.
doing like a lot of new stuff and a lot of like your brain is constantly active, and sometimes you're more
Hmm.
inclined to have an occasional slip up.
Yeah, let's get
And
to
actually,
work.
what's funny they usually say is that the more active your brain is, the less likely you are going to suffer from such things as like dementia or
True.
Alzheimer's or anything like
Yes. Yeah, that's right. They both end in X. Hey, right, metal.
that. All right, so here we go. So you said you wanted to be Samson, right?
I'll be Samson.
All right. Then I'll be the narrator. Fantastic Comics number 10. 10 cents September. September is the cover date, as we all talked about, of course. Samson gripped the gangster pilot with one mighty arm And with the other, he 64 pages in full color, 9 great comments. Look at that.
Yeah, man. What a
You think of that
badass.
scene right there, my friend?
Eat your Wheaties, kids.
Samson, Stardust, Space Smith, Sub Saunders, Captain Kidd.
Yeah, man.
Samson by Alex Boone.
Huh.
Out of the mist of history, out of the mist of history comes the mighty Samson.
Like his ancestor, ancient
His,
forebear.
yeah,
Yeah.
his ancient forebear. He pits like his ancient forebear. He pits his tremendous strength against evil. The mighty Samson throws his amazing strength into the fight to subdue a band of vicious criminals as death rides the airwaves.
Yeah. He just punches a plane in the clouds.
The Western Clipper soars eastward on its scheduled flight from Los Angeles to New York. Suddenly, the tremendous plane refuses to respond to the controls.
Something's wrong. The stabilizers seem to be jammed.
Throw it over to the auxiliary controls. With a shattering, crashing explosion that causes the very mountainsides to tremble, the clipper ship is blasted out of existence. Boom! Clipper ship explodes over Rockies. The Western Clipper, third ship of Columbus Airlines, to explode.
This has gone far enough. It's about time I went into action.
With the speed of an express train, Sampson rushes to the scene of a plane crash.
These airplane accidents are too pat to be just accidents. I think there is something more behind it. I must be passing through some kind of invisible ray. I can feel a strange ripple in my body. Unless I'm much mistaken, here's the answer to those accidents.
Suddenly, a strange sight meets Sampson's eyes.
Well, well, what have we here? Where did you come from?
I was on the Western Clipper when it exploded. Everyone was killed. I was just lucky, I guess, because I fell down here with only a scratch. Who are you? Here we go again with another leap in logic here. So here's a little kid. He was apparently on that plane. It
Yeah,
exploded. He falls all the way down
yeah,
and escapes with only a scratch. I mean, most people taking that kind of fall would kill them.
right.
I can't wait to see how this pans out.
Mm.
What about you there, Apex?
Yeah, well, people call me Samson. Nice fire you have here. How did you start it?
I'm a Boy Scout. I learned how to build fires by rubbing sticks together. I know a lot of other things too, like finding my way through the woods without a compass.
Here comes the westbound Clipper. I've got to stop that plane before it passes through that invisible ray to destruction.
With a mighty leap, Samson reaches the top of a crag and snatches the speeding clipper ship right out of the air.
What the? Charlie, look! This is as far as you go, boys.
The powerful Samson sets the plane down safely on the rocky shelf of the mountain. That was some trick, picking a speeding plane out of the air and setting it down on a mountaintop.
Yeah, what's the idea? If you had continued, your plane would have been blasted to pieces, the same as the other three. The origin of that wave is somewhere down there. I'll follow that ray to its source.
Please, Samson, take me along. I've learned a lot with the Boy Scouts, and I might be of help. With the boy in his arms, Samson leaps over the edge of the shelf.
You've got something there, son. I can use a boy as brave and strong as you. Since I am Samson, you'll be David.
Hmm. From biblical fame.
Yeah,
Gee, Samson, thanks.
this is strange. A building carved out of solid granite in the side of the mountain.
But there are no doors. How'll we get in?
Lack of doors has never stopped me from entering a place.
Crack! Gosh! Inside a huge hall filled with statoelectric tubing or turbines, Samson and David are set upon.
Stop them!
The gas! Give them the gas!
So, you want to play games?
Waves of powerful Lucon gas quickly overcomes Samson.
That gas, I feel weak.
Yeah. Had you read a Samson story with me before,
No, no.
or did you already know of this particular comic? Because I noticed you keyed in on the fact that you already knew that he was a descendant of the original Samson, and I know I
Yeah, I've read a reprint from Image Comics. They reprinted Samson stories, fantastic comics, with Eric Larson penciling a Samson story. So I read that one.
okay.
Yeah,
So you were already okay because
yeah.
I usually have to, I usually anyway.
Mm.
That is good. At last we have caught Samson. And now I will take his strength away. Ja, it will be very easy. All we have to do is cut his hair.
With Samson's hair cut, he'll not be able to break out of that dungeon.
Yeah, he's no stronger than the rest of us now. He'll starve to death in there. From a secret airport concealed by the mountains, Muller takes off in his plane for New York. I must fly to New York and get more orders from Mr. Jensen. Mueller arrives at the office of John Jensen, president of the Superior Airways Incorporated. And not only dot, I caught this Samson. I had his hair cut. And now he is in a dungeon. Just as weak like anybody.
That is fine, Mullah. You will get a bonus for that. Samson was the only man I was afraid of. In a few days, Columbia Airlines will finish their new super mainliner. That plane must be destroyed. Then perhaps Columbia Airlines will accept my offer to buy them out.
Meanwhile, Samson is trying to find a way to escape from their prison. Hmm. It doesn't look like they really cut his hair, though, does it?
No, a little trim. That's it.
As I recall, the biblical Samson, you had to pretty much cut his whole hair off.
Yeah, like a little short above his neck. Oh, okay,
Can't,
David.
can't you break it down?
I could if they hadn't cut my hair, but those fiends have overlooked one thing. My hair grows 3 times as fast as any other man's. In a few days, it shall have grown back again.
4 days pass. The new super mainliner is finished and ready to take off on its hop to California.
That certainly is some ship.
How can a thing like that fly?
Maybe it won't. Columbia has already lost 3 ships.
But fate plays its ace. Samson's hair has grown back, restoring all his former strength.
And now, my friends, you're going to see me really in action.
All the turbines are in order, Mr. Mueller. All we have to do is wait for the super mainliner to pass. Gut. Und you won't have to wait long. The airplane is due soon. Are you going to try and break down the door now?
It's not a question of trying. I am going to break it down. Watch. Just like breaking through a sheet of cardboard.
Attaboy, Samson, sock 'em!
Cut my hair, will you? Maybe this will teach you to be more careful in the future. You'd better duck through that door, David. I feel in the mood of breaking down some of these steel pillars. Yeah. Crack, boom, crash. And this is only half of what I'm going to do before I'm through here. Bang, crash.
Emil, what is that?
It's only I, you murdering swine. You should have killed me when you had the chance. Crash.
Wham!
This is something to remember me by.
Please, let me alone.
Just as I thought. You whine when the going gets tough.
Samson, come here, quick. Look, another passenger plane.
Headed this way, too. I've got to destroy those electrostatic turbines before that plane reaches us. I hope I can get there in time. Out of my way, you puny little rats! Smashed to bits on the rocks below, you devil's machines! Boom.
Bang, bang, boom! With the airliner continuing safely on its way, Samson begins to clean up the henchmen of Mueller.
You've pulled your last vile trick, you swine.
This gas got you before, I'll get you again. But before the treacherous killer can pull the trigger, a looped rope falls over his head and jerks him off his feet. Ugh! Oh boy.
That was a neat trick. Where did you learn that?
I was lariat champion of my troop for 3 years.
I don't think our
You know what a
friends.
lariat is, right? Well, I'm
Yeah,
sure you
yeah,
do. You
yeah,
want to
yeah.
tell everybody, since I know it's from your part of the country, you want to tell
Yeah.
everybody what a lariat is there,
It's a
Apex?
it's a rope that's tied to actually restrain objects. You throw it around an object, and you pull it, and comes back to you. It's a loop, a rope on a loop. That's what a lariat is. I don't think our friends will have any more use for this Lucan gas. Burn!
That must be the leader. He's making his escape from a secret landing field.
Let him go. I have a good idea where I'll be able to find him. I've got some unfinished business to attend to here. This mountain city is a blight on the face of the earth. It must be wiped out.
Wow, he's gonna take out a whole mountain city. Wow.
He's a badass.
Yeah. With an ear-shattering crash, the entire mountainside slides down, covering Mueller's house in the mountain with tons of granite. Crack! Boom! Bang! Bam! Where are we going? Where are we going now, Samson?
To New York. I think our next episode will continue from there.
Okay, so what do you think the word episode means in this case?
A new adventure.
Yeah, because episode usually most when we hear the word episode today, it usually refers to like a
TV.
TV episode, right?
Right. Yeah.
Show, but in this case, he's using it in a slightly different context than what we would be using it today, obviously.
Right.
Mueller rushes to Jensen's office to report what has happened. Und you won't believe me that Samson just pushed der whole mountain down in the valley. I just managed to escape.
Shut up, you blithering idiot. Why didn't you kill Samson when you had the chance? I guess I've got to take care of this personally. I have just learned that Samson returned to New York. He has placed a boy in his care of the Professor Brun. Kidnap that kid. We'll use him to lure Samson to his death.
This will keep you quiet, you old goat.
Ugh. Take it easy, kid. We're just taking you for a nice ride.
Let me alone, you crook. Take your hands off me.
We'll take this kid to Mueller's hideout. Mueller's waiting for us there.
Oh wait, actually, I think you were the professor there.
Oh, is that okay? I don't know who they were. They just hit me on the head, and when I came to, David was gone.
Samson gets a mysterious phone call.
If you want your kid, Samson, you'd better come to the old villa on State Road, number 1, near the power dam.
Look at that!
He jumped.
He'll be killed!
If they hurt one hair of that kid's head, I'll...
The kidnappers take David to an old house concealed by a clump of trees. Let me go! Let me go!
That's you.
Bring dot boy in here and be quick about it. Maybe Dot will keep you quiet and out of mischief. When he is left alone, David burns through the ropes with a candle left by Mueller. I hope this works. The instant he has released himself, David rips the boards off the window. I can catch that heavy limb there. I'll be able to swing myself to the ground. Oh, if I can get okay. How do you like that? Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Uh,
How do you like that?
Better not let him get away, Mueller. We'll have to our necks if we do.
I've got you. Oops. That's a jujitsu trick Samson taught me.
Grab him!
That was a good fight you put up, kid.
Yeah, but we can't afford to let you get away.
So our young prisoner tries to escape. Ja? Well, now we'll throw him in der cellar. Take him away. Der plan is this. Der whole road in front of der house is mined mit strong explosives. Then Samson comes. We blow him up in pieces. Here he comes. Get ready. Der minute he comes next to dot tree, push der lever on der detonator. Der.
Durs. That must be the house. Something looks rotten about this. I think this is some kind of trap.
Is it now? He is on der mined road. Blow it up. Bang!
Ugh.
What is Samson? Is what is Samson is not hurt.
It'll take more than the mere dynamite to stop me.
Frantically, Mueller tries to kill Samson by aid of a heat ray generator. Himmel! Not even der ray gun works. I will stop him. I will stop him. Stop where you are, Samson. One step closer, and der boy dies. I will throw der boy down to the ground if you don't go, Samson.
Put that boy down. I warn you, if you don't, I'll come up there and it will be just too bad for you.
Before the startled Miller can move a muscle, Samson leaps to the roof of the house.
You asked for what's coming to you.
Water! And hurls the culprit to his death 30 feet below.
And that finishes you. Diabolic machines like this are better in pieces. Crack.
Crack! Crash!
Just in case those rats are thinking of using this house for evil schemes in the future. Now that you're safe, David, I'm going to even up some scores with the real leader behind all these killings. The planes from the Superior Airways followed the same route as those of Columbia, but only Columbia's planes were wrecked. I'm sure Jensen was behind all this.
May I come along?
No, David. I won't need you now. I can take care of Jensen myself. Now for the final chapter in this little drama. I have an idea that Jensen will be surprised at this little meeting. I want no failures. The Columbia Airways has 3 of their crack planes in the hangar at the airport. I want those planes destroyed. Samson is dead, so he won't trouble you anymore. That's what you think. Sorry to break in on you like this, but I have no time to waste. I've got to get out of here. I might have known that Dort Muller would muff this. Samson knows all. I'd better get out of the country quick, or it's electric chair for me.
With a tremendous leap, Samson lands in front of Jensen's speeding car.
Fancy meeting you here. I don't think you're going any farther.
Before you say that scene remind you of anything there?
Action Comics #1.
Uh-huh.
Except he doesn't crash a car into a rock this time. He just lifts it over his head. Where you're going, Jensen? You won't need a car for a long time.
Oh, look at that. Look at he's got him like cradled in his arms.
Let me down, help! I'll let you down the minute we get to a police station. Here's the man who is responsible for all the airplane crashes this month. Help, police, murder!
Shit up. Shit up, and what do you think we are? Messenger boys? We suspected that this guy Jensen was in back of this business, but we couldn't prove it. The department owes you a vote of thanks.
Forget it. Giving those rats what they deserve is the only big pleasure I've got. And that's that, David. You've proven yourself. And the next time I put myself on the trail of rats that think they can get the best of law and order, you'll be my able lieutenant.
Oh boy, thanks, Samson. Follow the adventures of the mighty Samson and David. Fantastic Comics is on sale the 10th of every month. Yeah, it's fun because now we're we're in the summer of these comics are being released in July, the summer of 1940. Now it is starting to seem more of these hero comics. Now they're starting to kind of adopt young Ward, young Charges as their age. So because the next part of the reason why I picked the Green Mask, similar situation. So, but anyways, with that being said, so overall impressions of this. Now that we're done with that story, overall impressions of this story.
I like it. It's a good adventure. The Samson's a mighty demigod who takes the law in his own hands and rights the wrongs and helps the police and has a youngster as his assistant, his sidekick. And this has a good heroic tale. Has a good feel for a Golden Age adventure. So it's really good.
Yeah, it is kind of funny how a lot of these Golden Age comics were some of them were taking some of these demigods like Samson, like
Mercury,
Hercules, and making them make them modern day heroes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it looks like Metal had a couple of things to say. Let's see what Metal had to say here. He might be fine if he was unconscious during the fall. There have been people that survived being lifted by tornadoes because they were knocked out and limp.
Yeah, that's true. It's like when you're awake, your body seems to tighten up because of the response. But if you're out cold, your body becomes limp, more relaxed. So it's better to be in a nice, relaxed situation, and you won't break any bones or anything like that.
Well, in the Bible, it was less about cutting off his hair and more about breaking his Nazarene oath, which
Yeah.
cutting his hair was a way of doing that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good
Well,
point.
yeah, Metal makes a good point, but I think since
Yeah.
most people just simply focus on the fact that you cut Samson's hair, he loses his strength,
Right.
because that because obviously not everybody not everybody has read the Bible, but
Yeah.
I've read and I know what Metal is referring to there, of course.
Right. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it was more about the fact that God basically in the Bible, God told Samson, don't let anybody try to cut your hair. You
Yeah.
know,
It's part of his oath. Yeah.
so and the consequence was, well, even though he didn't do that willingly, he kind of put himself in a position where he trusted a woman a little too much,
Yeah.
and she turned him over to his
Yeah.
enemy. So
Yeah.
anyway, so there we go with that one. So now I'm going to get ready to read the Green Mass next.
I'll be the narrator. I'll narrate.
All right, and then
Be that green mask guy.
I'll be okay. Now there is a young man in that. Did you want to do the young
I'll
man?
I'll be the young man, and you can be the green mask. Yeah, that'd be good.
I think the young man's name is Domino in that one.
Oh yeah.
All right, so the next one will be Mystery Men Comics. Number 14, I believe, with that. Of course, you got by this point, Blue Beetle had become the Blue Beetle had become the. So if you're gonna do the narration for this one,
Yes, Mystery Men Comics, 10 cents, September, number 14. 64 pages in full color, 12 great comics. The Blue Beetle snatched the policeman from certain death under the engine's wheels. Blue Beetle, Lieutenant Drake, D-13 Secret Agent, Green Mask.
now this one is a little bit more shaded,
Oh,
but I think, as I was looking at it, I figured the lettering and the panels were still legible. So
sure. Dexter.
and Wing Turner,
Yeah.
and again, you just marvel at.
Green Mask. Oh, we got Green Mask. There we
Okay,
go.
and before you get started there, it just marvels at how and these anthologies were just great and how well diverse they were. I mean, you didn't just have you did have your superheroes, but you also had your jungle adventurers, you had your aviators, you had your soldiers, you had your
Yeah.
detectives. You had a little bit of everything. These were a true diverse collection of features,
Yeah,
you
they
know,
were. Yeah.
which is just remarkable,
Hmm.
at least.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Narrator.
The Green Mask featuring Domino. Michael Shelby has been given
Well,
terrific
hold on.
by Walter Frame.
Right.
By Walter Frame. Michael Shelby has been given terrific powers by an accident to a Vita Ray machine in which he is placed by a scientist. He discovers that the supercharged shocks have made him a miracle man. He has adopted a distinctive costume and as the Green Mask. He wars on crime when the killers of the sea terrorize the shipping lanes. The Green Mask and Domino hurl themselves into the face of death to wipe them from the earth.
Featuring Domino, the Miracle Boy, right there.
Yes.
That shit belongs to the Carsden navigation company. She's far off her regular course.
It's strange, sir. Her screws aren't moving. She just seems to be floating idly.
We couldn't find a soul on board, sir.
There are strange heaps of white ash all over the place.
This is weird. There's no one on the bridge either. This is a case for the police.
Meanwhile, at the Professor Lambscomb's, the Green Mask receives an urgent phone call.
Very well, Mr. Carsden. I shall be right over.
What is it, Green Mask?
The Green Mask and Domino speed. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go first.
The Green Mask and Domino speed on their mission.
We've got another job on our hands, Domino.
In the office of James Carsden, president of the Carsden Navigation Company. That ship was filled with passengers and crew. Some fiend murdered them. I received a note ordering me to pay a lot of money and threatening the ship if refused. I just got another note threatening the Oriole with the same fate.
Now, let me ask you this, just just for people's sake, because again, another word there that you don't see a whole lot, unless of course you're a baseball fan.
Mm-hmm.
So, what exactly is an Oriole?
I think it was like a bird, is it not?
It's a type of bird.
Yeah.
The type of bird is actually native to Baltimore, believe it. That's why the baseball teams there always seem like they're named the Baltimore Orioles.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of a black and orange bird, I believe. So,
yeah.
All right. There's only one thing to do. Let the Oriole sail with only a skeleton crew, and me on board.
That afternoon, the Oriole set sail with only a handful of men aboard.
We'll soon be at the bottom of this mystery, Captain.
I hope so. So, Green Mask, as long as those murdering fiends are loose, no ship will be safe. On the second day out, the sea begins to boil, and a strange yellow light hems in the Oriole. What's that, Green Mask?
Some kind of a beam, Captain. Captain, telegraph, full speed ahead. We've got to get out of this yellow light. This beam is turning the crew to heaps of dust. We've got to get out of here. Wow, heaps of dust. What do you think that light is?
It's a vapor. It's like a vaporation ray. It vaporizes people, I guess. Turns them to dust.
Obviously, it's something probably of very intense heat that quite literally just charge people to death.
Burn. Yeah.
Yeah. That's some devilish disintegrating ray, disintegrating beam. It seems to be coming from under the sea.
Green Mask, look! A submarine is coming up.
They've probably come up to inspect their handiwork.
There's the old tub, just a floating coffin.
Yeah, the chief's disintegrating beam Certainly works good.
That's you.
Oh,
Oh, that's me. Sorry, that's a kid.
yeah.
You're not going to make any trouble. Crack.
This is one time you won't get away with your dirty trick so easily.
What are we going to do now?
Find the leader of the gang and put him out of the running first.
Let's go.
Couple of fellows in here, they're all set to attack the Titania.
It's the Green Mask.
Okay. Guessed right the first time, mister. It is the Green Mask. You're at the end of your murderous career.
Crack. Ugh. Grab them. Don't shoot. Get out my live. Take these rats to the disintegrator. I'll teach them to punch me on the jaw. So, you're the famous Green Mask, eh? But a couple of seconds in the beam of that disintegrator, and you'll be nothing but a pile of dust.
Don't be too sure of yourself, Captain. I'm not a pile of dust yet. Captain, a Coast Guard cutter is headed this way. I told you anything might happen, Captain.
Quick, man your stations for diving. Look, Green Mask, I'm free.
Good boy. Hurry, loosen me before they come back.
Deadly.
Oh!
Oh.
We are, mister, but you're not. You're not going to do anything about it.
Ah,
Oh, and look at that!
wow.
Look at behind. So
Oh,
it looks
yeah.
like
He
I don't
trips.
know if that's supposed to be Domino right there, but
That's Domino. It's tripping the guy in the red.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't think Fred he was in. Oh wait, actually maybe not.
No, he trips him up, and then Green Mask grabs him and throws him around. Like, that's how it works.
Oh, I see now. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see him right there.
No,
Well, Domino.
no,
Well,
oh, move down a bit. You skipped those two panels.
oh,
Can't you fools tie up anybody so he won't escape? Throw those guys in here. We've got to wipe out the crew of that Coast Guard cutter.
that's what you think, Domai. Well, Domino, it doesn't look so good.
Are they going to kill the crew of the Coast Guard?
They will unless we get out. What's this? What's this room? What's this? The room is filling with gas. Don't don't worry. We'll get out of in a jiffy. Don't forget to frisk me for my gun.
Green Mask, I can't breathe. That gas hurts.
Point. Oh, I'm sorry.
Pointing the revolver at the keyhole, the Green Mask pulls the trigger.
This crack that clock right open. That was a narrow escape.
Meanwhile, Captain Domai has located the Coast Guard cutter. They're right above us now. I can hear the engine. Let her go. At that instant, Green Mask rushes into the room. Green Mask!
Yes, my friend, the Green Mask. Your career is over.
No, you don't. From the short-circuited disintegrator darts a beam which grazes Green Mask's head, knocking him unconscious. The disintegrator is short-circuited. We've got to get out. It'll explode. Domai and his men prepare to make their escape by airplane. Come on, you slow fools, spin the propeller!
Now, you know what he's talking about right there, right?
Yeah, it's escaping plane.
Well, no, but if you remember, the propeller planes at the time, you actually had to spin the propeller yourself.
Well, of course you did, or else it won't go.
I remember seeing these in cartoons from that time period too. You know?
Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. You got. Yeah. Domino works frantically to drag the Green Mask upon deck, where the fresh air will revive him.
I've got to hurry. In a minute, we'll be blown up.
The Green Mask grabs Domino and leaps upward just as a terrific blast wrecks the submarine.
Well, that's the end of the submarine.
There's the captain's airplane, Green Mask. They're making their escape. We've got to get away from here.
My head.
Yeah.
They won't get very far. You ought to learn how to shoot, brother.
The plane is falling.
If you know any prayers, now's the time to say them. That saves the state the cost of a trial and execution. Oh boy!
Yeah.
That remind you of anything?
Yeah. Save money.
Well,
they killed him first. You know, they killed an explosion.
Yeah, but just
don't bother with it.
Well, I mean, but kind of a similar attitude to what we saw in Batman's first appearance, right?
Yeah,
When the criminal in that story fell into that vat of chemicals.
Yeah, acid. Yeah. Hey, that's you.
There's an address in this book. Kuma Hiroto Warehouse, number 10, Pier 5. Domino, we're going to visit Pier number 5.
Who do you think Hiroto is?
We'll soon find out. This is where the next episode of our little drama is to take place.
It looks deserted. Without warning.
Using some entertainment jargon to refer to this.
Yeah.
Episode, drama.
Without warning, a fusillade from shots suddenly burst from one of the windows. They shot the Green Mask. Half a dozen men quickly dragged the wounded Green Mask and Domino before Kuma Hiroto, their chief. So the Green Mask is finally brought down. Lock him in one of the other rooms. Leave the boy here. I have something else in store for him. The Green Mask guy had me worried for a while, but he's harmless now.
Nobody ever got the best of the chief. Even the cops are afraid of him. You'll be a warning to others not to mix into the affairs of Hiroto. With your eyes burned out, you won't be a good witness against me. Bring me an iron and make sure it's hot. Wow! Dang!
Oh, yeah.
Dang!
Yeah. Severe.
Some of the torture techniques they come up with in these comics.
Oh, yeah, man.
You know these weren't written for kids, per se.
No.
Right?
No.
You're talking. A kid looks like he's probably what 13 to 15, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Middle school, the early high school age. 13 to 15, right there. They're
Yeah.
talking about taking an iron
Yeah.
to burn out his eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Dang!
Mm-hmm.
Dang! That's vicious.
Mm-hmm. The Green Mask isn't as seriously wounded as Hiroto thinks.
My shoulder hurts like the devil, but it's only a flesh wound. If I zoom around to the other window, I'll be able to get into Hiroto's office. Drop that iron. You won't have any more use for that, Hiroto.
This time you shall die, Green Mask!
I've got my own ideas about that.
I thought they killed you, Green Mask.
It takes a better man than Kuma Hiroto to kill me. Now, okay, so in this one, I do know. So this is one of the few things I know of, and Metal could probably verify this as well. So in Japanese, the word Kuma means bear.
Okay.
So just an interesting little tidbit, and I'm sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, we'll catch that in a moment here.
Right.
Let's see. Hiroto has met the fate he deserved. And that just about cleans up the whole murderous clique.
Back at James Carson's office. In appreciation of the service you've rendered us, Green Mask, I give you this check of $5,000.
As a rule, I don't accept rewards, but this will be a fund for this will be a fund for Domino, so that he may go to college when he grows up. So look at that! Look at that! Much probably like Bruce Wayne did for Dick Grayson, right?
Yeah, that's probably what he did.
Crime does not pay.
Yeah.
All right, and that's all. All right, so overall impressions there.
It's a nice tale. As a fable, a message that crime doesn't pay. Even when you're holding up a hostage, you want to get paid for that. Normally, no. The criminals go to prison. They get punished. Things blow up, and that's what happened here in this tale.
All right, so Metal added something to the conversation here. Let's see what he had to say here. You also hear it if you listen to Rockin' Robin.
Up the buzzard and the oriole. Song is full of birds. Oh yeah, it's true. Rockin' Robin, yeah.
Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet,
yeah.
tweetly. Go Rockin' Robin, really gonna rock tonight.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So, anything more you want to say to your overall impressions there before we move on?
No.
All right. So now we'll move on to Weird Comics and Voodoo Man.
Ooh, I'll be Voodoo Man.
I'll be the narrator for that.
Yeah. Voodoo Man.
All right, so let's get the Weird Comics. That's where we're heading next.
Cool.
It's interesting. Some of these names. So you had Fantastic Comics, Mystery Men Comics, Weird Comics, Wonder World Comics. Number 6. We'll get down to the Voodoo Man. Yeah, so the Samson story was like 13 pages, and the other 3 were 8. So like in grand total, we're gonna be looking at like 37 pages if we get through all of them, anyways. Actually, I should check to see now that we're kind of halfway through the story. I should at least see where we're at on time here.
It's 11 after the hour.
All right, so actually, it sounds like we're making good time then. If it's basically what 8:11 your time,
Yeah.
which would be 6:11. Yeah, I'd say then for considering how much we've read thus far, we're making actually pretty good time.
Mm.
But then I don't think we haven't had as many discussions on stories, or we haven't caught as many like leaps in logic or anything like that. I mean, I don't know if you've watched any shows that when Metal is but like Metal and I and Rick and I have often got into some pretty interesting discussions
Oh,
on some of these leaps in logic we've seen,
yeah.
you know, and some of the scientific knowledge of. Anyways, we're to this story, the Voodoo Man. Grim master of black magic and the strange cults of Haiti, the Voodoo Man knows the awful secret of the rites of Lucifer.
Mm.
So, man, talk about we at the very beginning we had a story of a biblical hero. Now we're getting into a biblical villain.
Yeah.
Uh, in a peaceful village in Haiti, people go about with their daily task, oblivious of impending doom.
Boom, 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 boom.
Drones.
Evil spirits are loose in the jungles. Yongaleletra! Woody! That's the song of evil spirits. My heart! Oh,
The next day, the village is stricken with a mysterious disease.
this disease baffles me. It can't be Yellow Jack. It's incredible. I never I never feel so helpless before. I'm afraid nothing can save these poor fellows.
There's an old man who wants to see you. He says he has something on this, boss.
You have something to tell me?
Yes, boss. This illness is no common one. Evil spirits cause it. Last night, voodoo drum beat. They make much noise. The evil spirits, they sing.
Yesterday, voodoo witch doctor, he come. He demand money. We don't pay. He threatened and then voodoo drum beat. Sounds like the voodoo man, boss.
Actually, I probably should have, since I was reading the voodoo guys.
Oh, yeah, you were. Okay. They told the truth after all. How it gets on my nerves.
Determined to stop the voodoo man, voodoo man's fiendish plot. Dr. Warren and Petro go boldly into the jungle. Boom, boom.
Listen to that. It doesn't sound like an ordinary voodoo drum. Crack. What the hell? The. Why, the voodoo man.
You wanted to be the voodoo man, so there he is.
Oh, yes, doctor, we got you. My servants will torture you. They know zombies. They evil spirits. Afraid he's right, boss.
Wait,
Oh, that's you.
that's
That's you.
me.
Okay.
I'm afraid he's right, boss.
Your guns, they know good. They know kill evil spirits. Evil spirits, they torture you. Now you come again. They give you more.
Oh, now
Ah.
look at those evil spirits right there.
Yeah.
Man,
Out.
those are something else. Can you
Mm.
imagine seeing that like in person?
No.
Dang.
Horrifying. Yeah.
That would I mean, look at how big they are too.
Yeah.
Their heads in particular, their heads are like the size about half the guy's body there.
Yeah. Big old eyes. Yeah.
And big mouth, and
Mm-hmm.
big head, and big
Mm-hmm.
ears.
Yeah.
Crack, crack. Oh, as the skies turn gray with approach of rain of dawn, a strange thing takes place. Crack, crack, crack. The voodoo man's servants say, "So long, boss."
That was a weird experience.
The voodoo man has strong allies now.
What happened? Where have you been? Never mind it now. We have to act.
Later that afternoon,
We'll have to fight fire with fire. In other words, we must beat the voodoo man with supernatural power.
why not see the town
Curate.
curate Father Pierre?
There's
There is one way to win the fight.
And that's the story the voodoo man has invoked evil spirits to plague humanity.
Take these orders
Crosses.
when all right. Take these crosses when the evil spirits confront you. Each flash them into their faces.
Oh. We'll finish where we left off last night.
Boom, 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 boom.
Look, we'll have a test soon.
Look at the cross in his hand. Look at that thing glowing.
Yeah, glowing. Ooh.
Crack.
It worked. Petro, it worked. Here comes the ugly ducklings. Petro, we'll show them something.
Yes, boss.
Look, evil spirits, look! The crosses!
Look at those. Look. You know who. Now I get another look at those evil spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Even the only time I've seen these characters is actually in the Justice League Unlimited cartoon. But
Okay.
do you know who they kind of remind me of?
Who?
Abnegazar, Wrath.
Ebenezer?
Yeah, Abiganezer, Wrath, and Gast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good point.
They had that one special episode where basically Diana and Hot Girl were going to Hades.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Hmm. They spotted they're
Routed.
they're routed, boss.
So you've changed your minds about torturing us again. Say, she's in trance. We'll break her spell.
perhaps the voodoo man will be trapped through her.
Uh. So what? I'm not afraid of Lucifer. No touch her, Lucifer. He rests in her body. She is possessed. So what? I'm not afraid of anything. You want to be the Satan, Lucifer?
Who dares to disturb the mighty Lucifer? Ha ha ha!
Be gone, fiend!
Ha ha ha! You're the first mortal to say imprudent things to my face. Ugh!
Ever seen this cross, Mr. Lucifer? Goodbye and don't come back.
We won. We won the fight. The people are saved.
Hana Lama. You white boss man, you spoiled my plans again. You no live much. Don't be so sure about you, devil. You shall die. Hey,
Look out!
he will. He kill. Me kill. Me kill. Ah! I was prepared for that. No petrol. I'll take care of this guy.
Oh wait.
Uh,
Oh, look at that! That's a nice.
he's
That's
about
a
to
nice
club him.
kind of combination he's putting together. There. He's got the wrist lock on him,
Yeah,
and then utilizing the then
the
punching
face
him in
grab.
the face, and stretching him in the
Yeah,
face,
yeah,
and then he's turning him into basically what is in essence a kind of a chicken wing hammerlock type move right there.
yeah. There you go. It isn't nice to play with knives. Unhappy dreams, friend.
That's some haymaker, boss.
This is the only way to wake her up. Smooch.
Huh. Dr.
Dr.
Warren's kiss revives the girl.
Where am I? I thought I was with a horrible monsters. We are in safe hands, miss. And you go to sleep. Oh no, that's you. Go ahead. Sorry.
And you go asleep. Bang!
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Maybe I should. Maybe that one should have done before we went to the other page. But oh well.
yeah. No law court will believe he meddled with evil spirits, but he's wanted for smuggling. That ought to hold him in the pen for a spell.
Kind of interesting pun thrown in there, huh?
Yeah. Boss man, you think it's still not cold?
Oh, now look, the girl and the
Oh yeah.
the young man. Right?
Hey, chance, you come now. Hey, you not get me alive. Don't let him escape, Petro. White boss man, he come after me. Hurry, we are ready. What the boom?
Boom!
What the? He escaped with the evil spirits. It smells like brimstone. That's the last of the evil spirits. But I fear we shall hear more. from the Voodoo Man. Until he's dead,
Actually,
he'll plague us. Oh, that's you.
actually,
Oh.
until he's dead, he'll plague us. The Buddha Man will return. Don't miss the next thrilling episode. Weird Comics on sale the 15th of every month. All right, so overall impressions of this story, Apex.
That was weird. That's,
uh,
you had the Lucifer coming out from a dark cloud to face the protagonist, and that's something you don't see much in comics. I mean, even way back when. We started out with a heroic Samson, and now made a 180 and went to this comic. That's something else.
yeah, well, I mean, now that I think about it, it was a good thing I did kind of pick them as kind of contrast. And this is again one of those rare comics where the villain is actually the featured character in this.
Yeah, not many comics like that. I think it's a nice twist.
Well, there was another one. I think there was a
Yellow Claw.
yeah, Dr. Claw or Yellow Claw or something like that in
Yeah,
another.
yeah. It's a Daredevil comics, I think. One of those early ones from like I think it was 1940 or 41. Oh, don't remember when it was released, but yeah, Yellow Claw, and then Lucifer, and then Voodoo Man. I mean, there are other villains, of course.
So now we got we got these questions. So now, of course, we'll hit the last story that we're gonna Patio Day in Wonderworld comics.
Okay,
So,
I'll be the narrator. You could be Patio Day.
okay, laddie. Most of the time when I'm doing women's voice, I focus so much on the. But last week I was able to pull up the woman and the Scott accent thing.
Oh yeah,
What's it gonna be?
the Dart. Oh, weird comics. Yeah. Wow. Wonderworld. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I forgot. I had to check something real quick here.
Okay.
Gotta remind myself of. I guess I didn't pre-check that as much, but number 17. All right.
Yeah, issue 17. Yeah, let's go with that.
So, oh yeah, not that this is much cartoon news, but I don't know if you heard, but I guess do you remember the girl who played Kathy Gordon on Different Strokes, Melanie Watson?
No.
Okay, so apparently she passed away. She was somebody who suffered. She she appeared in from 1981 to 1983 on Different Strokes as one of Arnold's classmates. She was the one in the wheelchair.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. How about
Well,
that?
she apparently, according to her brother, she apparently passed away.
Yeah. We also lost Bridget Bardot, film actress from the 50s, the sex siren, at the age of 91. So she had a nice long life. was a advocate for being nice to animals and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, Melanie Watson was one of the few disabled actresses out there.
Oh,
Um, she played Kathy Gordon, who was in a wheelchair because she suffered from what they call osteogenesis imperfecta,
yeah.
basically what is known as brittle bone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just it is. In other words, her bones were very fragile. They could
Yeah.
easily break.
Yeah.
So, I actually had a few classmates like that back when I was a kid. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, um, so here's patio day. So I guess
I'll
you
be
say
the
you did the narrator and I'll do the
yeah.
patio.
Patio Day news photographer. Sam Simpson, notorious murderer,
Oh,
walks
hold
the
on, hold on,
last
hold on,
mile
hold on.
by
Bye.
Vic Todd. By Vic Todd.
And then there's some more narration right there.
Sam Simpson, notorious murderer, walks the last mile. Patio Day, dauntless news reporter, always gets the pictures.
Simon
Si-
Simpson's body has arrived, Professor Donald.
Good, now we'll see if my Vita Beam will restore him to life.
Oh boy, we got we got we got a mad scientist story coming.
Georgia Simpson is breathing. My beam is a success. It has restored life.
Actually, this reminds me of an earlier DC. This actually reminded me of one of the first Doctor Occult stories. Believe it or not, it had a
Yeah,
very similar premise.
right. I think that's you.
Where am I?
You are alive and well, but you must rest.
I'm going to I'm going to revenge myself on all those responsible for my electrocution.
If you intend to go out and kill again, I'll shoot you first.
Okay, so what was the whole point of bringing a murderer back to life?
So he can murder again, I suppose. With a
Well, that
swift
doesn't make
move.
much sense.
Yeah, with a swift move, Simpson tears the gun from the professor's hand.
You ain't gonna stop me, you old fool. I warned you not to try to stop me.
Blam! Ugh! Patty and Ham are called to the office.
Judge Winston was murdered, Patty. See if you can get some pictures. You want to be Ham right there?
Oh, am I the blonde guy?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see what the chief wants us to take, Patty.
Here's something interesting, Ham. Simon Simpson had an habit of nicking match covers just like this.
Hold on. You're not trying to say Sam Simpson is alive.
What's so what's so funny about Simpsons being alive, Casey?
Nothing except that Simpson was executed a week ago. I don't blame Casey for laughing.
All right, Smarty. We'll go to Simpson's house. Um, I've a hunch we'll find evidence that he's alive.
Won't find much here. Looks deserted.
We'll see. I'll take some shots of the house. May come in handy.
Inside the house, Patty and Ham are suddenly attacked. What the?
Hey, get your hands off of me, you.
This'll
Yeah.
hold you for a while.
Um,
Oh, is that you? Okay. You do.
remember, I was the bad guy there.
Okay, you're bad. Okay.
Uh, this'll hold you for a while.
You don't have to be so rough about it. Ugh. For the love of Pete, Simon Simpson.
Too bad you know I'm alive. Now I'll have to take you for a nice long ride
Where are you taking us?
to a nice spot where nobody can get an eyeful.
Oh. Mm.
Hate to do this, but I don't want you gabbing to the cops about seeing me.
You swine, if I could get my hands on you. I'm loose, Patty.
Hurry, the car will explode in a minute. I saved the camera.
Simpson's going to pay for this. Patty and Ham rush back to the office.
But I tell you, Chief, we saw him with our own eyes.
Stop telling me a dead man tried to kill you, or I'll think you're daffy.
Now, in this case, what does the term daffy mean here?
That'd be crazy.
Now, yeah, which was a term that was more common for crazy back
Yeah,
in this time period.
right.
Hence how Daffy Duck got his name.
Yeah. That night, Simpson kills the second victim in this vendetta.
You sent your last man to the electric chair, Mr. District Attorney.
I should have sucked the chief for calling us crazy.
No, never mind him. Well, we'll make him eat those words.
Look, Chief, I thought you knocked off this patio day dame.
So did I. I'll do a better job this time when I cut him off. Grab him. Ham, help!
Get away from this car, you!
Get him in our car before a cop sees us. This time you two won't escape. I'm sorry.
This time.
Um,
Yeah, the villain.
this time you two won't escape.
We're not dead yet, Simpson. Patty and Ham suddenly whirl on their captors. This is about as far as you're taking us. In the fight, Simpson loses control of the car. Jump, Patty, jump! This finished Simpson. Boy, this is a swell shot. Oh, is that Patty? That's you.
Oh, that finishes Simpson. Boy, this is a swell shot.
When the police find Simpson's body, they'll apologize for laughing at you. But dangling beneath the bridge.
Good thing I was quick enough to grab that girder. You don't get rid of me that easy, Patio Day.
You're seeing things, Patty. Simpson's body isn't in there.
But I tell you, Captain, that we...
You better go home and get some sleep, Patty. Late that night, Patty receives a mysterious phone call.
If you want a scoop on the DA's and Judge Winston's murder, call at 11 West Street alone. Now, what do you think the call at means?
Well, you're receiving a call from another location.
But in this case, it doesn't mean call. It doesn't necessarily mean call like calling on a phone.
Oh, I don't know. Well, let's go ahead and get through
Call,
this.
call at 11 West Street alone.
Okay, we'll come to that location, I guess.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
right,
Because the thing is, call back then was used as a term like when you call on somebody, right? When you
right.
call on,
Yeah. Okay.
or you come a calling, right?
Yeah, yeah.
This is 11 West Street. The voice told me to go to apartment 2A.
Mm.
This is the apartment. There's no one here.
Suddenly, from out of the darkness,
This will prevent you from screaming.
as Ham is about to go to bed, a gang suddenly breaks into his room. I don't like guys coming in my room without knocking. Ugh. This guy packed some wallet. I'd like to plug him for the black eye he gave me. Simpson wants us to bring him alive. Get in there and shut up. Do you guys always have to throw people?
Now, a little, okay, so
Yeah,
just kind of a little character detail here, just
uh,
FYI.
yeah.
Patty is kind of the brains of the duo,
Yeah,
right?
she is. Yeah.
She's a spunky,
Mhm.
brainy. Well, she's not like brain. She's not like nerdy brainy, but
No.
she's the brains of the outfit there. Ham is
Yeah.
kind of the kind of the typical.
He's a go along guy. Goes
Yeah,
along.
he's your typical kind of big guy. Maybe
Mhm.
not as bright,
Right.
but always has his heart in the right place.
Hmm.
Kind of guy. So
Yeah. Yeah. If I were only small enough to climb up one of these vents.
I could do it. Once once upstairs, I'll get out of the house and call the police. If I only reach that grill without slipping. So far, so good. That wash line might hold my weight. Wash line. Okay.
With oh yeah.
You know
Hmm.
what? So you know what a wash line is, right?
Yeah, yeah, a line that goes across the building to hang up your clothes to dry. Yeah.
And and where do you think we see a lot of these in?
And big cities, like old
Yeah.
photographs, like New York or somewhere, Detroit.
Right. In
Yeah.
cartoons, right? Like
Cartoons.
Popeye,
Yeah.
like the older Fleischer Popeye cartoons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. With only half rotted wash line holding her, Patty starts on her downward climb. Whoa.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I think go down here first, and go back up.
Mm. At that moment, Simpson sees Patty trying to escape.
Okay, girlie. If you want to go down, I'll help you. I won't have to worry about you no more.
Whoa.
Now that's got to be an interesting shot if you're looking up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. He's trying to get away. Yeah. Patty saves herself by grabbing hold of a metal drain pipe.
And that's a common thing that I saw in a lot of cartoons from back in those days too.
Yeah. Yeah, those old buildings had drain pipes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got bending it.
This picture will prove you're still alive, Mr. Simpson. Quick, downstairs, grab the girl the minute she gets down. I don't you lay a hand on me.
Whew, what a day.
Taxi, taxi. Hurry, driver. They're gaining.
Okay, lady, I'll give her all she's got.
Pass that kid shows I can throw this pineapple in it.
Oh boy. Kaboom!
That's that. Can't understand why I'm still alive. That dame's got more lives than a cat. This time I'll
Hold on. There's a state patrol car.
follow that guard officer. They are responsible for this.
Okay, miss, you better come along. Try to get a tire, Mike.
Good shot, Mike. You hit a front tire. Oh boy. What a picture. Okay. Okay, so that wasn't pet. Both those weren't pet. One
Yeah,
was pet.
that's you.
I I gotta get a medal. I gotta get a medal for these pictures. It'll never take me alive. If I can sneak up behind Simpson, I might be able to stop him from shooting. What the? Drop that gun.
Ooh. Well, for Simon Simpson alive. After rescuing Ham from his cellar prison, Patty speeds to the office.
And now, to make the chief eat humble pie,
So,
you're giving us a raise for laughing.
sorry I laughed at you, Patty. I apologize. Patty deserves a bonus for those pictures. More thrilling scoops in the next issue. Wonderworld Comics is on sale the 28th of every month.
All right. So overall impressions.
I like this one. It's a nice female protagonist. You don't get many of those back in the 40s. There's a few, but not many. And she's very skilled at her efforts at her job, and people will laugh at her because, oh no, who's going to believe a woman could save the day, or they don't believe what she's saying, and then she proves it with pictures and evidence,
Yeah.
and they eat crow after that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, one of the
yeah.
things I love about this particular feature, right,
Hmm.
was she's not she really is. She's a newspaper photographer.
Yeah.
That's all she is. I mean, granted, you have news people who do investigative reporting and all that, so that kind of
Right.
falls into what she does. But she's not a superhero. She's not a soldier.
No.
She's just a newspaper person, and
Hmm.
with her kind of big kind of big kind of nice big nice guy along her cameraman for along for the ride.
Right.
She, it's kind of an appealing story. It's just, it's probably a bit more realistic in terms
Yeah.
of that
You'd
aspect.
you'd see something like 1940s cinema, those kind of characters,
Yeah.
like in movies back then. That kind of reminds me of that. Yeah.
All right. So we're at an hour 48. So we made actually pretty good time with those four stories. I
Yeah.
think we talked most
Right.
about, we had more, in terms of discussion with the
Mm.
last one. All right. So now that we've got through all four of the stories here, before we start to wrap things up here.
Mhm.
So we read through four features tonight: Samson, um, Green Mask,
Mhm.
Voodoo Man, and Patio Day.
Yeah.
So, of the four features that we read tonight, which one did you like the best or made the best impression on you, and why?
Oh, well, I happen to like it's a tie between Samson and Patty O'Day because they're both very upfront. Uh, well, Samson is a demigod compared to what Patty Day is. She's a normal person with photography and news making skills, and they both put these golden age tales on the map where people can enjoy them, and then well, for
Well,
Green
okay,
Mask was
okay.
pretty
So,
good.
so if you had to pick between those two, you said you're saying it's a tie,
Yeah.
but you have to pick one or the other. If you had to pick one or the other,
hmm
which one is the one that you liked the
I,
most?
I like Samson because he's a tale. He's biblical. There's a lot of biblical characters. There's not many biblical characters back like in comics on this that time of day, and
Uh,
it's got nice biblical aspects. You can learn a fable, and learn a lesson from a
mm.
certain tale. There's morals behind it,
The demigod
and
aspect of it.
demigod aspect, and you have a new recruit, David, who's a character in the Bible portrayed by a little blonde kid who knows Boy Scout skills. He has
Mhm.
his Boy Scout skills he learned from and used them in real life in this tale, and that's
Hmm.
very intriguing and practical.
Well, obviously, in many of those cases, when you see a lot of these stories, and we had another one with the Green Mask one there too,
hmm
where you have the junior wards there and showing them developing their skills, and you see these young men of like 13, 14, 15, and what they can do. I mean,
Right.
you see it in anime too. You see it in anime too. Where the protagonists are like 13, 14, 15 a lot of times, and that's just a kind of like an amazing thing. It's like, that's a lot of kids' dream to be able to do something like that, to
Yeah, it's
be a sidekick
inspirational.
or to drive around a huge robot or what have you.
Yeah.
All right, so basically, you said that Samson is the one that you like the best. So of
Mm,
the three remaining, which
mm,
one did you like the least,
mm.
or made the least impression, and why?
No, tie between Green Mask and Voodoo Man. Voodoo Man was very different. You have a villain as the title of the story. I thought that was kind of a nice twist to it. So I like that one. Green Mask, I don't know. I'm sure there's other better tales of Green Mask than this one,
Hmm.
but it wasn't that impressionable. I guess it's not very memorable in my opinion, but I'd say Green Mask surprisingly.
Green
I don't
Mask
know.
is the one that you would say made the
It's the
least
least,
impression.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They're all good. All four of them were good,
yeah.
but I think
Well,
Green
yeah,
Mask.
and that's why I was really pressing you on it, because I have a
Yeah,
feeling this is going to be one of those situations where you are going to have where the differences between the best and the worst
yeah,
were not that, like, sometimes, sometimes some weeks we have situations where it's obvious what the best story is and obvious what the worst story is, right?
yeah,
But this just seemed like one of those weeks where it wasn't that obvious. They were all relatively good.
yeah,
The things that really separate them between best and worst was a lot more smaller. The differences between was a lot more smaller, and the differences were really a lot more subtle.
yeah. They were. Yeah,
So, I mean, you know,
mm,
so overall, then you'd say that Samson was the one you liked the best, and
yeah,
Green Mask was probably the one you liked the worst.
yeah, yeah.
For all intents and purposes. Alrighty then. So now we're at an hour 54, so we're almost done here. So if you can just stick around for a couple minutes after the show for like post show stuff, we do have one last thing to do before we wrap things up. And you know what that is?
Yeah, your wrestling and your history and stuff. Moments in
Well,
history.
this this weekend in
History.
niche
History.
niche history. This
Okay.
weekend in niche history. So
Go for it.
let me just remind myself here. Let's see. 27 and I know that this is something that Metal, if he's still here, is gonna probably want to hear because I know that this is talking about one of his favorite cartoon characters of all time. So 90 years ago yesterday, back in 1935. So December 27th, 1935. 90 years ago yesterday. Pat Sullivan cartoons. Felix the Cat. Let's see. Felix the Cat premiered in theaters. So Felix the Cat Kept on Walking from Pat Sullivan cartoons premiered in movie theaters on yesterday's date 90 years ago.
Wow.
So the summary here, and I'll go down to the more complete right up there down here. After Felix is thrown out of the house for walking on the piano keys, he meets a poet who tells him that riches are beyond the horizon. He walks to England, where he is chased by immigration officers and escapes on a horse he steals from a statue. He comes across a group of soccer players who kick him across the continent, and he lands in Egypt. After finding no riches there either, he encounters the poet again and takes his revenge. So 90 years ago yesterday, Pat Sullivan cartoons short. And this was during the silent film era.
Yeah.
90 years ago yesterday, Felix the Cat Kept on Walking.
Wow.
Premiered in movie theaters 90 years ago yesterday. So, anyways, now getting ready to move on to the next piece in each history. We move ahead to the year 1995, which is just 30 years ago. 30 years ago yesterday in 1995, as soon as I pull that up, WCW held its Starrcade event from the Nashville Municipal Auditorium, Nashville, Tennessee, on yesterday's date 30 years ago. They were holding the World Cup of Wrestling event, in which at the time WCW was kind of having a little bit of a they were with their working agreement with New Japan at the time. They were doing a little kind of a little series of matches to see which company would, they had a series of 7 matches in which they would see which company would take the series. The opening match on the pay-per-view saw Jushin Thunder Liger, who with Sonny Ono in his corner, defeat Chris Benoit in the first match in the World of Cup Wrestling. And then Koji Kanemoto defeated Alex Wright in an IWGP Junior Heavyweight title match in the World of Cup Wrestling number 2. Lex Luger with Jimmy Hart in his corner defeated Masahiro Chono, the third match of the series. Johnny B. Bad with Kimberly in his corner defeated Masa Saito via DQ. Jiro Otani defeated Eddie Guerrero in the 5th match of the series. Randy Savage defeated Tenzan in the 6th match. And Sting defeated Kensuke Sasaki in the 7th match. Now, around this time, too, I think Sting and Kensuke Sasaki were both feuding over both vying for the United States championship. So let me see. Let's see. New Japan 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3. So WCW won the series four matches to 3 there.
Oh, sweet.
And then in a number one contendership triangle match to see who would earn a shot at the WCW World Heavyweight title, Ric Flair defeated Lex Luger and Sting by a countout. Then Ric Flair would go on to defeat Randy Savage to win the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. There were some
Yeah.
matches also involved there. So that's all that went down on that 30 years ago. Oh, you had something you wanted to share there?
I was waiting after your news, and I'll share it.
Oh, after the okay.
Yeah.
I
Go
just
ahead and do your.
noticed that. So
Just
kind
go
of
ahead and do your thing first.
all right. All right. So now moving on to the 28th, of course. Now 1995 is just so nice that we're gonna hit it twice. And also on December 28th, 1990, 1995, the day after the Starrcade event. Asylum #1 from Maximum Comics went on sale on today's date 30 years ago. Among the features in it included, of course, Bear World, Evangeline,
Yeah.
and Battlestar Galactica.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Asylum #1 from Maximum Comics went on sale on this date back in 1995, 30 years ago.
Yeah. I think that
And
was a Rob Liefeld company or one of his. Yeah, because Evangeline, that's a Rob Liefeld character.
oh,
Yeah. I think Maximum and, well, Extreme Comics and Maximum, they're both Rob Liefeld
hmm,
owned by him back in that time period. That's after he gave up Image Comics and so went to Extreme Studios, and then Maximum Comics was just it's a Liefeld comic book company.
hmm.
Hires a bunch of artists and writers and stuff, so he's able to do that.
All right. So, last but not least, as we move ahead to the year 2010, so 15 years ago today, on this date 15 years ago today, all right, 15 years ago today, this date 15 years ago today, Synergy SP's OVA Hime Gal Paradise was released on the first episode, the first of 9 episodes, was released on this day 15 years ago. So Synergy SP's OVA Hime Gal Paradise, Hime meaning princess in Japanese, um, premiered on this date back in 2010, 15 years ago. All right,
Wow.
so with that being said, um, now as you alluded to, of course, oops, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up for you. So, because I know you want to, did you want me to go ahead and give it a full screen?
Yeah, I get full screen here. Yeah, FinBet Volume 1. Yes, I'm fundmycomic.com, and the link right there is in the chat. But yeah, 53 backers, $2,341.75 raised in a year. And 56 pulse pounding pages of action and intrigue, adventure. Yeah, support FinBet. Become a backer today. There's a beautiful Dan Lawless cover here, for example. I sold quite a bit of those, still selling more of those. And you get a Dan Lawless cover and a FinBet t-shirt for 50. Pretty good deal. And you get my wraparound cover and my Finbat design for 50. A book and a comic for 50 is pretty good. Then we get the third design with the Omer Glitch Seducer T-shirt. The Finbat character, either black or white. Specify size from small to 3XL size, and get a blank sketch cover. You can draw on the Finbat cover, uncoated paper. Get those for like 50, and each shirt is $30 each. But you get the book and the shirt, you get a better value, save some money on that one. And if you're generous enough, you want all three designs, it's only like $85 for all three shirts. And you get a free sketch card with your purchase for each purchase of a t-shirt. And it's also a t-shirt book combo. And if you want all three shirts, I'll be happy to do like three original sketches if anyone wants to partake in buying all three shirts at once. Pretty good deal. And for 90, this is like the Finbat Ultra tier, 190. You get all three shirt designs, specified black or white shirt, and the sizes, of course. You get all four Finbat book copies. You get the main wraparound cover, Dan Lawless variant cover, a Moonlight variant cover, and a blank sketch cover. You get a free bookmark. You get a black and white 5x7 original sketch. You get 2 color prints, an 11x17 full color poster by Anthony Sika, a bonus Ashcan book, and an Enforcer Inc. versus Devastator mini comic. So you get all that for $190. What a deal! Specify it. I'll sign some stuff for you too. Yeah, and individually you get Enforcer Inc. versus Devastator. It's a full color, 24-page Ashcan size book. Great kaiju action in 1987 San Diego, where ownership of, well, not ownership, but the protection of San Diego, either through Enforcer Inc. or the Devastator, is in consequence. And so it'll be quite the kaiju battle. And so that way, whoever the protector is of San Diego will be found out in this issue. And if you want it digital, there's a Finbat digital copy for $10. You also get some bonus features if you purchase a digital today. For $25, you get my wraparound cover. And for $50, you get the Dan Lawless variant cover and my wraparound cover combo, which is a good deal. For $20, you get the blank sketch cover. It's a nice, beautiful Finbat Omer Glitch design here, the Seducer art, I like to call it. They recently made an AI version of this from this artwork. It was on the intermission section of Don Draw Stuff YouTube channel, which is he's known as the Don, which he has the studio every Saturday night, and he produced a intermission type animation thing, and get to see Finbat in motion, which is really cool. And when we reach the 2,500, we get a nice, beautiful Finbat fan art collage poster with all these artists and their Finbat drawings. If we reach 3,000, everyone will get the Don trading card. This beautiful, glorious, blood-spilled Finbat on a trading card. It's really awesome. And we'll see if we can get there. But yeah, I'll go ahead and roll it up. I'll go and play this beautiful Finbat footage. Yeah. Let me scroll up.
And I think you have a trailer on there too, right? A video.
That's
trailer?
what I'm about to do. I'm about to play the trailer. Once I scroll up, I'll play the trailer and enjoy. Yes, Go-Go Dancer turned into superhero. Fembat Volume 1 is available now on Fund My Comic.
All right. All right. So, anything more you want to promote before we finish up and sign off?
That's about it.
All right. Well, I thank everybody for being here tonight. We'll be back here with more Niche News tomorrow. As I said, I might try to see if I can invite some people. Hopefully, maybe you can make it that night on Wednesday. But try to invite some people for New Year's Eve. Kind of just wrap up the year with a little.
I'll be working actually, so
Yeah.
I won't be able to show up.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Yeah.
I'll still send out the links and
Yeah.
whoever can show up. Maybe we'll
Right.
get lucky, but with that, so next week, of course, I'll be joined by Rick Piper from Cross Comics, who will be taking another trip down Comics History Lane. Let's see. I believe we might be doing Lev Gleason, but I'll have to double check.
Yeah.
But of course, next week, this was the last historical comics retrospective show of 2025. So
Yeah.
thank you for wrapping the year up with me there.
Of course.
Apex.
Yeah.
And of course, you will next be here on the 25th. So next week, of course, got Rick Piper from Cross Comics. Then 2 weeks from now, on the 11th, Sabrina will be joining us from, of course. Now, so she doesn't necessarily have her own show or anything. I just have her since I met her through Rex and
Right.
I'll identify her. Sabrina from Devil Flyer Momentum. Then, of course, Rex will be coming on the week after that, the 18th. And you'll be back here on the 25th.
Right.
And then Metal will be back here on February 1st. So that's the next few weeks. And then we'll be done with July. And then starting on February the 8th, we'll be starting our coverage of August, of comics that went on sale in August of 1940. So with that, I thank everybody for being here. And I hope to see everybody back here tomorrow. Bye.